The Haunted Hogsmeade Shop quest offers a unique immersive experience with fresh environments, enemies, and storyline in Hogwarts Legacy. While you can jump right into the quest, there are a few things that I personally wish I knew before starting that I would like to share with you. To start the Haunted Hogsmeade Shop DLC, you don't need to replay the entire game. For bare minimum, you must progress until after the second trial and into the winter season. When you are in Hogsmeade, keep an eye out for an elf named Penny. Initiate a conversation with her, and voila! You started the DLC. Now, why skip Avada Kedavra? Well, it turns out this spell isn't actually effective against the mannequins in the quest, as they are not technically living beings, so they can be killed with a killing curse. So unless you want to see the brighter and more vivid flow of deadly magic power, you can just start this quest in the middle of a game. The quest includes a unique story unrelated to the main game, where a woman named Cassandra Mason is looking to sell her deceased husband's shop. Now, during this quest, you'll have a chance to purchase the shop together with an elf for a whopping 1,500 of gold. So before you jump into this adventure, make sure to check your pockets and ensure you have enough cash to seal the deal. The next one is more of a preference, but I really advise you to get the Relic Cloak. While it isn't a necessity in this quest, as you can see on the screen right now, it looks much more vibrant than in the base game. To get this cloak, you'll need to complete the Daedalian Keys side quest, where you have to collect 16 house tokens and place them into the chest found in your common room. As a reward, you get a beautiful cloak unique to your house. While it might take you some time to get through this quest, I'm telling you, it's so worth it. The glowing emblem of your house mascot looks so good in this quest, and it will add some extra flair to your adventure. So for the next tip, I want to advise you to really stack up on potions, specifically the Wiggenville potion. While you will encounter some of them during the quest, trust me, it's not even close to being enough. I'm just speaking from experience here. So head to the Room of Requirement and spend some time brewing and preparing. A couple of Adurus and Focus potions on hand would be really good as well, but make sure you also make some Thunder Brew and Maxima potions. Not only will they become very handy during the boss fight, but also both of them look absolutely stunning in this DLC while creating a perfect chaos scenario. While it is unnecessary to finish the entire game to embark on this quest, it's definitely a good idea to spend some time enhancing your magic arsenal. Upgrading spells like Incendio and Confringo can make a huge difference. Fire-based spells are your best friends against mannequins here, and the massive wave during a Stupify counter will really help you out in this scenario because you're gonna encounter lots of those mannequins. Additionally, consider investing some talent points into the dark arts to empower spells like Expelliarmus and Stupify. And also make sure to weave the special traits into your gear to enhance those spells even further. As an extra tip, I would really advise to spend some time practicing parrying in the battle arenas, because even though these guys don't cast spells, they're kind of faster than the other enemies, so you gotta get prepared. Alright, for our sixth tip, it's a smart move to enter this quest with empty gear slots. As you progress through the adventure, you'll come across various chests containing gear and outfits. To make the most out of these discoveries, make sure to sell everything you have in Hogsmeade before starting the quest. Thankfully, the quest begins in Hogsmeade, so you won't need to make too many trips back and forth. Additionally, if you're up for it, you can solve a few extra Merlin trials to increase your gear capacity. Now, I know these trials aren't everyone's cup of tea, but if you don't hate them too much, they can be a useful way to make space in your inventory, or just check the challenges. Maybe you've already solved them and unlocked the things. I am guilty of forgetting to check that so many times. The Haunted Hogsmeade Shop quest is, in fact, a haunted shop. It is more on the spooky side than the rest of the game. It uses a lot of different sounds, whispers, hisses, stomps, you name it, to really immerse you in this atmosphere. The level design and specifically the sound design in this quest are just spot on. So to really experience the fullest of this quest, crank your volume as high as possible, or alternatively use headphones, because really the immersion here is amazing and I don't want you to miss out on any of that. To highlight the immersion even further and add some extra challenge, consider removing your HUD entirely. The map is useless in this quest anyways, and by removing all the spell slots and getting rid of all the notifications will make for a more cinematic experience. While this might not be for everyone, it's worth trying if you're confident enough in your combat skills. It does make you more susceptible to making mistakes. Removing the HUD eliminates distractions and gives you a clearer view of action in front of you, making it a more immersive and engaging experience overall. Now for the last couple of tips, there aren't really for the before, but something that I would like you to keep in mind as you progress through this quest. Simply because this quest brings out vibrance and extra details, I really advise you to switch up between different cloaks, specifically the Merlin cloak, the Dark Arts cloak, and the Relic cloak. The Merlin cloak has these sparkling stars as part of the design, which, until this DLC, I never noticed that they actually glow. While the Dark Arts cloak isn't too different from the base game, it fits perfectly into the setting of this quest. Also, try out the outfit of Kevin the Snow Knight, which is my character. It's basically the suit of armor. It doesn't add anything extra, but the reflections are a little bit more bright in this quest, so it's worth trying out. Also, it's just cool being a knight. The spell differences between the base game of Hogwarts Legacy and the Haunted Shop quest is something I never anticipated in this DLC. For example, the basic cast in both versions is this orange beam of light with some reddish outer glow. But in the DLC, it is more vivid and has extra smoke particles that are not seen in the base game. Same way for the Depulso. In its maxed out version, you can also see the extra smoky magic blast that looks a bit different outside of the quest. And it applies for the rest of the spells. So make sure to spam all the spells whenever you have a chance. Spam all the Bombardas, Confringos, and make sure to set spiderwebs on fire. For some reason, they burn for much longer and with an extra flair here. But most importantly, just have fun. Take your time exploring unique environments like the giant chessboards and the room with infinite doors, and since you now have the photo mode, make sure to snap a ton of awesome shots while you're there. And by the way, if you want to see more of those spell differences, make sure to check out my detailed comparison of the base game and the Haunted Shop versions. But that's all the tips I have for you today. Guys, let me know if you have any additional questions about this quest. Make sure to put them in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe button, and all the other buttons of that nature. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.